everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be how I keep my room clean. Keeping your room clean is hard, and I know, and I once had a messy room myself. And I think I wasn't really trying hard enough to keep my room clean, and now I just love it clean, so I always just put in a little extra effort to keep it clean. So I'm going to tell you guys exactly how you can keep your room clean. So the first thing I'm going to tell you guys is to limit the random knickknacks that you have in your room. I remember I used to have so many in my old room. It was like crowded with just random things. And I didn't see the reason why I should really keep those. So if you have a whole bunch of random knickknacks that you really don't need in your room, those are just taking up space or just taking up valuable real estate, and they just look cluttered. It feels like it's all cluttered and everything's all over the place. So I would definitely recommend trying to get rid of those random knickknacks that are in your room that you just have everywhere. Because I used to have them too, and I know it's not fun. So the next thing I have for you guys to keep your room clean is a hamper. I always wondered why people's rooms were so messy, and I noticed that one of the main reasons they look messy was because there was clothes everywhere. And I always thought why is there clothes everywhere? Like, there was never clothes everywhere in my room. They were always in one spot, which was a hamper. So this is super easy, and I'm surprised that not a lot of people do this. I feel like a hamper is really inexpensive. You can get them at like Five Below, Target for really low prices. And I never knew that people don't take advantage of a hamper. It's really easy. So when you are done, when you get undressed or you get dressed into your pajamas or whatever, and you just want to toss your clothes on the ground, toss them into the hamper. It's super easy. It's just like a bucket for all your dirty clothes. And then when it gets full, just do the laundry. It's so easy. You don't have to worry about keeping track of your laundry anymore. You can literally just do the laundry when you notice your hamper is getting full. So, I mean, it makes a lot more sense than just throwing your clothes on the floor. So, trust me, get a hamper at like Target for like $10 and you will be thanking me. Another thing I noticed when I was looking around at messy rooms is that the bed is not made. So the one thing that will make or break your room is the bed being made. If the bed's not made, then your entire room is going to look cluttered and not put together. So just make the bed every single morning and you will be so glad of the results. I do this every single day. I absolutely love when my bed is just made. As you can see here, I made it this morning. So make your bed next time and you will be thanking me. Going back to what I said about the clothes being everywhere, if those clothes aren't dirty and they're actually just clean, or maybe you want to wear them again before you want to call them dirty, instead of just putting them on the ground, put them back in a drawer or hanging up, and put them in a specific spot so you know that they have been worn once, but you still want to wear them again. Trust me, leaving clothes on the ground is not the best solution when you're trying to create a system. That never works, and you're just going to get frustrated. You're like, oh, is this clean? Is this dirty? I don't know. So use the hamper, put things away immediately, and you will have a spotless room in no time. So if you're like me and you have a desk in your room, it might start to get cluttered or messy as you do schoolwork on it or just any other work in general. So what I like to do to keep my room clean and keep me motivated is to clear off my desk whenever I'm going to start something new, whether it's for school or just personal working things that I want to do. As long as I have a clear, open desk and open mind, it just makes it a lot better. You do not want to have a really cluttered desk. If you're like me and you're in school, whether it's online, whether it's hybrid, or whether it's in person, I don't know. Whenever you're doing your schoolwork, does your papers tend to get everywhere in your room? Maybe you have a computer that you just tend to leave around. Well, I have a solution for you. I always keep my backpack up here in my room right next to my desk, and in here will go all of my school supplies that I do not want out on my desk, but I still want easy access to. So here's my backpack, it's right here, and in here I have all my school supplies at such easy access, but it's not cluttering my entire desk. So if you have a backpack, I would suggest putting all those school things in there and then only bringing them out when you actually need them. So keep all your school things in your backpack and your room will be becoming more spotless by the minute. So my next idea for you is try to keep your floors as clear as they can be. I know it might be hard to keep your floors clear, but trust me, if you can do this, that would be so great and your room room will look a whole lot better in no time. I like to have maybe one area where there's a bin sort of holding a group of things, or maybe there's just a few little decorative pieces, but I try to keep most things off of my floor and just keep my floor nice and clear. I feel like one of the most easiest ways to make your room look gross and cluttered is by having a whole bunch of random things on the floor. The floor is where people walk. It's not a place to store things. But another cool idea for storing places, if you don't have a lot of storage, is to do under the bed storage. Don't just throw things under there, don't get me wrong, but if you put things like under the bed in like a little container, maybe from IKEA, I don't know, maybe like if you get a little container, you can pull it out, you can put the things in there. Maybe you don't really want to have out and about, but you still want, you can use the underbed storage to your advantage and not to your demise. Don't put random things in there under there and forget about them. Just keep this nice and organized and use it to your advantage. My next tip for you is to just have a little bin that'll be sort of like your catch-all space. So this bin can be any kind of bin. It can be made of a Amazon box or just any other kind of box that you might have lying around. And maybe it's an old storage bin you got at a yard sale, I don't know. But it does not have to be a lot of money to get a bin. And you can just decorate it any way you want to make it more customized to you. And just leave it out in a space that you'll know you'll remember it, and just put those items that you aren't really sure about what to do with in there, and then you can worry about that later on a designated time. So I like to put things in there that I don't really know what to do with. I know I have to hold them, I'm not really sure where yet, so I'll just put them in there, and then maybe on a Sunday I'll just go through everything, see what I can maybe toss if I don't actually need it. Maybe I'll find a home for something, or maybe I'll leave it in there for another week to just give myself a fresh mindset when I'm looking at these things. So the next thing I want to talk about is a trash can. I don't know if you have a trash can, you might. Maybe it's hiding under all the clutter and you didn't even realize it. But I feel like a lot of the main reasons why a room looks like dirty or cluttered is because there's just a whole bunch of random trash around. Maybe it's like old food wrappers, old soda cans. I have no idea. But whatever kind of trash you have lying around, put it in the trash bin instead of just on the floor or on your desk or whatever. So this is a really easy thing to do, and it'll make your room look a lot more spotless in literally like 0 seconds. Like as long as you put things in the trash can, your room will look a lot better than if you just leave it on the floor like you do with your clothes. And the very last thing I want to talk to you guys about before we end this video is to have the mindset of just wanting a clean room. Like when you get your room all clean, how does that make you feel? Does it make you feel happy? Does it make you feel like there's a weight off your shoulders? Well, keep that feelings in your mind whenever you decide whether to throw something on the floor or to put it in a hamper or put it away or put it in their home or put it in a bin. The main way to keep a room clean is to just be constantly maintaining it. Just constantly having that lifestyle and mindset of just knowing I'm keeping my room clean by doing this. So I will thank, my future self will thank me, and then your room will be clean in no time. Alright, so if any of these tips helped you guys out, make sure to leave a comment down below. Give this video a like if you did enjoy, and maybe subscribe to my channel if you want as well. I would love it if you guys join the fam, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!